public safety in this nation? The answer is not defund the police. It's fund the police.
So they're not technically lying to you, they're just misleading you actively. I thought she was some homeless person with the phone. I didn't know that was Drew Barrymore. Right? If you don't have to blink for half the time as a normal man, I feel like you can get some shit done, right? The only person who won't fuck you over is you. And even you will fuck yourself over, I know from experience, a bunch of times. And wow, I'm just getting dumber as I talk about this. I think I should just move on. Or it's the blunt. There's also a hash in this blunt. Homemade hash in this blunt. Lady dicks and gentle people, welcome back to Blunt Force Trauma. Another one at the weed farm, but we will be naming this differently. Because although YouTube did change its content policies, they still age restricted it. So I think you can't like put weed in the title or something. But whatever, you know, that's fine. We're learning as we go. Fuck YouTube anyways. Check us out on Rumble and BitChute more than anything. But with that being said, all right, hold your lady dicks, and you gentle people, don't get upset. I know you're probably menstruating. This is a little fun. We'll have a little fun today. Here we go. Let me show you one of the most powerful people in the country.
We all saw how the supermodel's first round with the salad staple went on an episode of Who's the Kardashians. And as Kendall herself later put it, tragic. But according to this post on her Instagram story, Kenny is ready to go head-to-head with the thing that almost dislocated her shoulder. She shares this pic of a cucumber and knife on...
Okay. Well, with that being said, that was one of the non-transgender Jenners. Although, if you ask me, I guess that doesn't really play a factor into how much she looks like her father. But she looks like her mother. I don't want a dead name. I think it's the mom now. Although, it was the father, but she, I don't know. I just thought that was crazy. That is literally one of the most powerful people in this country at the moment. And if not, definitely the most influential family in the country outside of maybe the Trumps. So if you didn't get a good look or don't know about it, then God bless you. I found out this week and immediately thought, I got to, yes, please. I want this. And she was trying to cut a cucumber, but she was doing it like, all right, so this microphone is a cucumber. She's doing it like this. It was crazy. And like, I'm not some professional fucking chef or anything, so I'm not going to talk shit. But I don't fuck around with knives, so I don't, because, you know, the whole Mexican thing. I don't want to fall into any stigmas, but again, I don't know how much she's worth, but her and her family are worth millions of dollars. And apparently she didn't have any surgery or anything. The other one that fucked, what's his name? The devil worshiper who had that festival, Astro World. It's not A$AP Rocky. Travis Scott. So it's not her. So that one apparently had surgery, but this one that's not transgender did not have surgery. She is pretty cute for sure. Like, she's like old school model cute, but now she's too skinny to be a model. Shout out Lizzo. Yeah. You can't be a model if you're under 200 pounds. Female model. Sorry, I don't know what that word means. Whatever you identify as. So, yeah. And that's gonna stay on, I guess, the theme. But so the next thing is, let me get rid of this. Okay. Next thing is, what's his name? What's his fuck? Harry Styles. Here we go. Hold on. This is crazy. I'll elaborate on this.
My favorite thing about the movie is, like, it feels like a like a movie. It feels like a real, like, you know, go to the theater film movie that, you know, you kind of, the reason why you go to watch something on the big screen. I think.
What the fuck were you trying to say, buddy? I think I get it. You're dumb, or you're a dumb, but like I did you the benefit of cutting that off early, right? So that goes on for another couple minutes. And this dude, and like, I hear you, I've been there before, right? I've gotten called out on doing some shit like you, but trying to be nice is, so let me explain what he did, then I'll explain what I did, then no one will care, and then we'll move on. So this dude, after he explained, my favorite part, he's in some fucking movie with some person who looks like he wants to be Hawaiian based off his hair color and tan, but it's not working out, so he went into acting. Shout out Ezra Miller. So he's doing this interview with the movie, and someone asked, like, what was your favorite part about the filming? And he's like, my favorite part about this production is that this movie feels like a movie. Now, clearly you heard that. That's dumb. All right? But it could be deep, it could be esoteric, it could be something profound, realization that he comes to mid-sentence, because I get it. I'm sitting here, I have like fucking half a page of bullet points, and I just rant for 2 hours about them. So I say some dumb shit too. I completely 100% understand if that's the case. But if I was getting paid for this, I would definitely prepare a tiny bit more. So he ended up saying, that movie feels like a movie. Like, when you watch it, you want to be in a theater and sit down and watch it on the big screen. And after the movie, you have to think, how did this make me feel? And then after that, you think, did I like it? Did I not like it? And then you got to realize why. That was basically a better version of what this man said in an interview over the course of 3 minutes, right? Now, yes, he's not wrong that all the things he said happen when you go see a movie, typically, right? Okay, well, I can describe pissing. Doesn't make it deep, right? Oh, you can feel this tightness in your private parts, and then you can maybe fight it off a little bit. It lingers, and that's the crazy part about, you know, that sensation. And then you start to get thinking, oh, shit, I gotta pee. Where do I go? And then you start to actively plan the location of the urination. All right, I'm going to stop because this is already getting fucking stupid and I'm going to dumb you up. But that was Harry Styles being dumb. I was also being dumb. But at least I admit it. At least I'm not pretending to... I don't know what he even pretends to do. I honestly shouldn't even shit on him that much. I just know that a bunch of 19-year-olds are fucking obsessed with him. And that's really it. And that he's a singer for one of those bands that, like, the radio still plays, if you still listen to the fucking radio, you know. But, yeah, those two people have so much influence on an entire generation of Americans that I am bothered. That he described what the actions of a movie happen, how they happen. Wow, I'm just getting dumber as I talk about this. I think I should just move on. Or it's the blunt. There's also a hash in this blunt, homemade hash in this blunt. So... update. I'm still at the Potts farm in the middle of the country, somewhere that you don't fucking matter enough to know about. And a lot of these plants got COVID, and then the solution to fixing them has an issue as well that I do not feel like resolving, because I don't know how to, and don't feel like working from 7 p.m. until 2 a.m. just to maybe do something good. So, yeah, there's your update. Queen is dead. Queen of England is dead. R.I.P. to one of the realest, right? I heard this statistic, right, that the Queen of England was around for like 25% of the United States existence, like history. Like, just think about that, dude. 25, or maybe I think it might have been 30. So over 25% of let's try and do the math, right? So 1776 United States Constitution, or Declaration of Independence, right? So that would be 230, 4, 10, 2, 240, 246? Is that where we're at as a country? Sorry. Yeah, that seems about right. So she was a princess and or queen for Jesus. Yeah, that's just crazy. Crazy statistics. But what's crazier is these conspiracy theory people might have a little foot to stand on now that she's dead, because they've been saying that she's been dead since she got COVID and isolation and has been in isolation in like March or something. And I hate that android bullshit. Like, everyone started saying that about Joe Biden when he didn't blink for how long was it straight? I think he blinked. Someone did, if you remember that, and I'll circle back to the Queen of England for sure. But if you remember a while back, there was a video of Joe Biden talking, and he blinked like 20 times, I think was the number, in like 5 minutes. 3 minutes? Regardless, I'm really unfamiliar with the median blinking rate in the United States for the average American, but that those numbers do seem concerning to me, and we should keep an eye on that, right? Like, what is Joe Biden so old that he forgot to blink? Or how to blink? Or maybe he just doesn't need to blink as much. Is that a thing? Because that seems more like a superpower than like a negative, right? If you don't have to blink for half the time as a normal man, I feel like you can get some shit done, right? Random fact I told people earlier this week: Amish people yank out their teeth as soon as they can or want. Some of them, not all of them, I'm pretty sure, and I'll double check this, but so that they can put dentures in, so they don't have to worry about brushing their teeth or anything. And also, Amish people can build a barn pretty fucking good with their hands. Now, my thoughts. Maybe all that time they say brushing their teeth, they put into barn building. It's food for thought, people. Food for thought. But nah, I think the real justification is that like Amish people yank their teeth out so they don't have to worry about the quality of food that they're eating in case something happens, because I have bad teeth, right? I got fucking braces 3 times. Didn't work. I had headgear. I had a retainer, which might be what my mom spent all of her money on as growing up, now that I'm saying it out loud, because that's a lot. No wonder she kept saying we're going broke. But why didn't I even fucking bring this up? Okay. Well, now I just gave up all that information about myself, and will most likely edit it out. But if not, there you go. Have fun. I can't remember for the fucking love of me why I was saying that. There's hash in this blunt. I think I announced that as well. Drew Barrymore's racist, right? Is that like shocking to anybody? Oh, you didn't think she was racist? Why? Because she didn't do anything? Oh, here it is. No, never mind. It's not here. That's just me telling you what hairstyles did. But yeah, so Drew Barrymore's racist. Ooh, almost knocked over that beer. I thought I had her. No? Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah. And so there's this TikTok video, which I could probably toss up in the post edits, but I don't even know if it's worth it enough. Like, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh got a hold of this already, so I thought it was just funny because I thought she was some homeless person with the phone. I didn't know that was Drew Barrymore.
Whenever you can go out into the rain, do not miss the opportunity!
The cocaine star child of the Reagan era. When Ronald Reagan, don't fucking hate on me, Republicans, okay? You gotta be honest. That's what you keep about fucking saying right now. Ronald Reagan fucking signed a cokehead, or Nancy Reagan technically, signed a cokehead to her Just Say No campaign. Yeah, Drew Barrymore's more self-admitted. I think it was on the Norm Macdonald show. R.I.P. Norm Macdonald. Fucking goats. Oh, Maybe I should just start another conspiracy podcast about comedians. I probably have enough knowledge for that shit. But yeah, she put a TikTok up, and then there's that remix feature for, I don't know if it's TikTok or just it was Instagram. I don't really know. But let me slide back. I'm all up on this shit. I'm not really positive, but a sociologist from a university that seemed, I don't remember specifically, but it seemed pretty legit. Brick and mortar, as people like to say, was like, this is why you gotta flex your white privilege in front of us. Something about climate change, I believe, and then it was like, this is white supremacy.
You and I both know that you are capable of enjoying the rain and frolicking freely without filming it and then posting it to TikTok. Now, you've just co-signed, okay? You've just co-signed at least 3 million, 8.5 by 11 front and back, people who just go out of their way to disrespect and dismiss the boundaries that Black creators have set. And now you're one of those people.
Now, if you are on Rumble or BitChute.com, then have seen any of the first videos, I don't know which one it is, but Ibram X. Kendi is a big voice for the anti-racist movement. And the only way to beat racism is anti-racism, which is racism against racists. So they understand. But to me, isn't that still racism? I don't know. I really don't. I don't care. Leave me alone. All right, all of you. All right, there's only one race I hate, and that is Argentinians. The rest I don't care about. You're all irrelevant to me, okay? I wish I was kidding about that Argentinian thing, but I'll take a strike on YouTube for it. I'll put this bitch up on YouTube. Come at me, Argentinians. All right, you're all so fucking beautiful because you actually were, what was it, the only population to actually get rid of their natives in Latin America, in South America. So, and your fucking Spanish, your ayes sound like you have a shoe in your mouth. So, all right, for those who don't know, how you say beach in Spanish, playa. How you say beach in Argentina, playa, right? Retarded. Moving on. So this dude lady, this lady dick, we'll call him a lady dick, boom, 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 dressed up and snuck into a girls' AAU basketball tournament. And I know what you're thinking, right? What the hell? Probably just did fine. Probably just played a little above average. Not even crazy. No. This dude was dunking on bitches. Oh my god, it was crazy. And I don't mean that derogatory. So it just came out that way. My apologies. Alright. But no, this is like, if I don't know. Apparently, according to the analytics that I'm watching, a lot of my viewership is over the age of 45. So you'll get this reference. Juanna Man is real. All right. First thought, I was just waiting on Juanna Man, but I thought it would be more on the college level, which I think there was 1 or 2 cases of like a 35-year-old trans female hopping on a college basketball team. I think he actually took a scholarship, or not took, earned a scholarship. My apologies, but yeah, Juanna Man is now real. Let's scoot back up, actually, so I can be near this goddamn laptop. Juanna Man's real. It was pretty hilarious. Arsenio Hall would be proud, to say the least. Oh, man. I get talking too much and the funk goes out. Fuck. Well, I guess that's the point of this whole thing. Alright, what is it? Yeah, Alec Baldwin's shooting was ruled an accident. Well, I sparked this blunt. I need you to sit there and think about that. Now, fuck Alec Baldwin, right? Fuck him. Fuck him. I'll say it right now. But serious question. If it is, I believe it was an accident. I definitely don't think he on purpose shot her, put a bullet in, whatever. Definitely, no. No. I think he's an asshole. I think that the best role he took was Cat in the Hat, because that's him. That's what I think. The real life Cat in the Hat with Dakota Fanning and the other chubby white kid, Mike Myers. Mike Myers, not Michael Myers. Although he probably was pissed when Halloween started getting big, so... Yeah, man. Hey, hop on the podcast if you hear this. What's up, Mike Myers? Let's get a little chat about it. I want to talk to you about Kanye, Bush, and how you felt when the Halloween movies came out, and how it affected your life. All right. But should you go to jail if it is a provable accident? Now, that's really hard to define, and there's a whole British movie about that called, what is it? Not Hot Fuzz. Is it Hot Fuzz? It's Hot Fuzz. Is it? Yeah, I think it's Hot Fuzz. The same dudes who did Shaun of the Dead. But that's just crazy, right? Should you go to jail? Or should maybe weekend jail? I know that's an option. Or halfway houses or probation. Although most people say probation is almost worse than jail after a certain point. Just because of how crazy the schedule gets. But I don't know, I was just thinking about that for a little bit, right? So I had personal relationships with people who were wrongfully arrested and did some time for it and then got out and got nothing in return. And that's an accident. So I don't think he should go to. I don't think you should go to jail. But I don't think anybody who does that should go to jail, unless I guess. Yeah. See, I don't know, but this is the question we got to ask. So, what if the parents or the family is no, we want to press charges? Then it goes to trial. But then, if it's a provable accident, what can you do? But then that would include DUIs or texting and driving, because aren't those manslaughter? So that would fuck up manslaughter. But I'm also against mandatory minimum sentencing, which is a crazy sidetrack to just get on. So, sorry. And collective bargain, or not collective bargaining. What is it called? Plea bargaining. Collective bargaining. I'm an idiot. Woo, okay. We sipped the beer. So dude's air conditioning, quote unquote, smart thermostat locked him out at 78 degrees. I'm taking a sip of beer because this podcast was once again not wrong. I'm not even going to say I'm right. I'm just going to say I was not wrong. We were talking about the first podcast back this year. I think we mentioned that. Yeah, see, Colorado resident finds thermostats locked at 78 degrees due to energy emergency, a.k.a. energy rationing. Why are they energy rationing if they're getting rid of gas because we don't need it? Oil, I guess. Now, these climate lockdowns, regardless of how you feel about climate change and the climate science, right? When has anything the government recommended actually worked? Okay. Now, there might be one or two instances, but we should never create rules based off special occurrences. We should make exceptions, or we should look at it wholesomely and see if it even is. I don't know. Hold on. Damn. Beer really hits different when... Yeah, edit that little chunk out. Beer really does hit different after just being in the sun for a couple hours and just fucking doing something, getting something done. You know, being stressed out a little bit. I was never really into beer, but fuck, man, did it taste good? It tastes like satisfying water. So I get it. I used to trash people who used to just hammer it and be like, yeah, no, I 100% get it. And then the worst part about the beer is that after a couple beers, you know what else tastes really good? Fucking cigarettes. So there's a transition. Blunts always taste good, though. You never go wrong with the blunt. Unless you have a really sore throat, then you probably shouldn't. So, yeah, this dude's air conditioning smart thermostat got locked at 78 degrees because energy... Hold on, what would it say? because of energy emergencies, right? And then also, unrelated, they would like you to think, Governor Gavin Newsom, I'm just sore and tired, sorry. Governor Gavin Newsom of California has asked its residents to, how long was it? Well, he wants you to keep your thermostat above 70-something degrees after like 4 p.m., right? To avoid energy blackouts. Now, would you rather, let's play that game. Would you rather I don't know, have a slightly lower energy bill and the weather stabilize a little bit, but not have heating in the winter? Or would you rather have crazy tornadoes but enough energy to handle them, right? I guess that's the dilemma that you have to ask yourself at the moment. So, like, do you think that us doing something for climate change will affect the immediate future, because us implementing these policies for climate change will definitely affect your immediate future, i.e. gas prices, i.e. energy prices, i.e. food prices. How food prices, I have explained and I will summarize again. And it takes fucking gas to run the tractors that give you your goddamn food or give your animals your food. Your food is getting fed by gas, and your food's food is getting fed by gas. We just need it. If you want to transition, we need to have an alternative, and our battery capacity as a world, let alone a country, unless, everyone has secrets, I will say that, but our public knowledge for battery capacity, I think we have, like, at any point in the world, like, I don't know if it was 11 or like 30 minutes of electricity for, like, battery capacity. And that's what I was also hearing was, our issue with electricity is not that we don't have enough, or that it's more that we're wasting most of the electricity we have because we cannot store it in a proper way. So they're starting to do this shit. I've been saying it's getting sketchy. Keep an eye out. Hey, puppies, stop. So we'll see what's going on over there. That's what I'm saying. Stay away from those smart thermostats. They might seem cool, but they're remotely accessible. So if the government, I don't know, long shot, decides to do a lockdown because of climate change, and they might be able to be like, oh, you're heating too much, your energy's too much, you got to keep your house at 68 degrees in the winter. So just a heads up for that. Mentioned in previous episodes, they have a bunch of different, this is coming in a bunch of different ways. Like the EU has just passed that law saying that cars have to have like a remotely accessible, like, I don't know, infrastructure. No, like cars should be remotely accessible in case of speeding or impairment or someone passes it. That's their justification, but are they going to just use it for that? No, they're not. And we all know that. No government has ever done that. The only person who won't fuck you over is you. And even you will fuck yourself over, I know from experience, a bunch of times. So you should have the power, not some random fucking arbitrary pieces of shit. Ooh, I'm like going off. I need to chill out. Let me sip a beer. So, yeah, that's the thing. You look it up. There was a whole like video on it. I didn't want to add in because of the storage situation here. Also, I guess we're going to get into last kind of serious topic for YouTube, and then we're going to sign off, and then we'll get into the shits and the giggles. eBay is like locking accounts currently until they provide the social security number because of taxes. They need to send over whatever the appropriate tax form is for that, which... Is that a coincidence that this is happening right around the time the 87,000 IRS agents were being hired? Right? And they told you that it was for the billionaires. I don't know many billionaires selling shit on eBay. I just found out that I actually might personally know one guy who's closing in on $1 billion that I've known my whole life, and I didn't know it was like that. I was like, damn. makes sense. Piece of shit. But whatever. So keep an eye out for that. IRS shit definitely wasn't for you. Just saying. Now, let's get into some funny shit. Random thoughts. High thoughts, if you will, right? The word bukkake. I don't remember where I heard this, but it really wanted me to think, right? It sounds Japanese. But it seems like that act is very dishonorable. So, like, there's no way the Japanese came up with it. That's like the opposite of their thing. What the fuck? Oh, there you go. I'm gonna keep that one in for the highlight reel. Yeah, so bukkake just seems so dishonorable for the Japanese to have made that word. Like, but I don't know. The etymology, is that the word I'm thinking of? Or epistemology? Like the, what's the fancy college word for where it came from? That's like, yeah. But that's just food for thought really quick on the YouTube side. And since there are puppies here, there is an allegation that dogs are more sympathized with because they have eyebrows and cats don't. Now, fuck me, right? Doesn't that just make you like want to go find a cat to look at just to see if that's true? I was looking for a cat, and honestly, yeah, because I really did think it's I've been thinking about this for like a week because I have 2 dogs I'm supposed to be watching. That's actually why I'm here at the farm, not really for farming purposes, but like it's just a little side thing too. They do make very eyebrowic facial expressions, which is crazy, and I thought it would be inappropriate to try and go find a cat to confirm this with. So feel free to sound off or DM me on Instagram about it and let me know what you think. At Full Package MG. Get out of here, bugs. Stop flying into me. Yeah, it really fucked me up. I know the cats have whiskers and so do the dogs. But when I look at them, like, there's like little wrinkles where I have wrinkles. Although this one dog I'm looking at has way more muscles than I do. I was looking at a Bill Burr joke. I'm like, yo, how do you get those muscles right there? Yeah, that's how I'd be talking to these dogs. And YouTube, last thing for you guys. Joe Biden is Republican. Am I right? No, you don't believe me? Hold on. Take a listen to this.
The public safety in this nation, the answer is not defund the police. It's fund the police. Fund the police.
Excuse me, sir? Fund the police? Now, the reason he's able to even look you in the eyes and say, well, because he doesn't blink, we already discussed that, but it's because technically, and this is the political bullshit that inspired me to actually do this podcast, right? He is technically not lying to you, which is my issue with people who thought he would fix the policing issue or at least make it better or that Trump was bad at it. No. These Democrats currently are doing something that I think is genius, but I don't really agree with because it's causing a lot of fucking issues, right? So what they are doing is Joe Biden never said the phrase defund the police. That never came out of his mouth. Like it was like reallocate funds, but I'm pretty sure he didn't say that. Like after a certain point, I think when asked about it, no, let me rephrase that. I think when directly asked about it, but do you think we can reallocate funds away from policing into, what do they call it? Funding social programs, right? Which is just a fancy way to say, yeah, we're taking money away from the cops and doing something else with it. Defunding. But the reason he was able to say that is because shit's got out of hand, right? He's looking at you in the eyes and saying, fund the police. Fund the police, coming straight from the underground. Yeah, it seems a little nuts to me that this dude is funding the police before the midterms and What's next? Is he going to build a wall? Oh, wait. Yuma, Arizona. It's crazy. Uh-oh. And no, he's not building a wall. He's filling gaps in the holes that the prior administration left. So, again, there's that political talk that they have. So they're not technically lying to you. They're just misleading you actively. That's a beautiful way to put it. They literally are. Wow. Let me sip a beer for that one. They aren't technically lying to you. They're just actively misleading you. Both sides. Oh, shouldn't put that on there. And YouTube, fuck you guys for age restricting my last video. Whatever. I don't care about YouTube. And we're just going to grind out some more and more until I'm able to do what I want to do in life one day, which would be sick. But until then, we're chilling. Go, YouTube people, go check out the full video on Rumble, BitChute, add me on Instagram at FullPackageMG, Spotify, or not. I don't give a fuck.